You are now tuned in to the Brown Spade. Okay, family. So this right here is straight off the press. Um, this is Shirley from the Love Letter on the Harvey Morning Show. That morning show is syndicated. I haven't listened to it in years, I must admit, but I am aware of the people who work there. And Shirley, I never got a chance to see her, but I did come across this video, and I wanted to share this video. So now she is apologizing to Steve because she noticed Steve's feel betrayed because there's a leak tape out that she was talking to her husband, who is locked up in jail, and it was leaked. And she was saying some things that, could be looked at as deceiving. She said some things that Steve was winded walking up his stairs. She also said something about Steve's wife. Now, I don't get into the marriage stuff, and I'm not going to ever do anything like that, talking about someone's marriage. I don't get off on that. I don't, that don't make me happy, and I don't like to see breaking up a family because I think that hurt us as a community. But that's neither here nor there. But the thing is now, she's very apologetic. You could tell she's going through a lot right now. She's very hurt that this stuff got leaked out. And it's a possibility that she may be on the chopping block. She may not. She may no longer be a part of the radio show. I mean, that is a strong possibility. It just depends on where Steve at in his heart and his mind, where he is right now. Because as you guys know, he is, there's a lot of rumors going on allegedly between him and his spouse. And again, that's private. And I think we as black people, we need to stop getting into that. But that's a whole nother subject. But anyway, I'm just going back to her thing where this has happened to all of us before, where people who we trust and know and love, they say little things, and sometimes those little things can hurt a lot because we put a lot of faith, we put a lot of trust in them, and it can come off as deceiving depending on exactly what came out the person's mouth. But anyway, without further ado, I'm not going to hold you guys up long. Please hit that like button. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit that like button. It costs you nothing. And one more thing, do not forget, that's Brown Spade, one word, Brown Spade. Subscribe, Brown Spade. It costs you nothing. Help a brother out. Subscribe to Brown Spade. I hope you enjoy this video.
All right, Steve, I'm going to just start by saying that my estranged husband is in jail. He's been in jail for over a year, since about right after the 4th of July of 2022. And recently, some phone calls from last year between he and I were leaked. And on those calls, you hear me saying you were winded going up the stairs at your home, and Marjorie looks at us as the help. And right here and now, I want to apologize to you and Marjorie for what I said. As much as I wish I could, I can't take it back. I can't. I said it, and I want to apologize. It was definitely not me trying to add to what you and Marjorie already have going on in your lives right now. But the fact that these tapes were released, it does seem like everyone is coming for you, I should say, at this time, including me. But in reality, the tapes have nothing to do with what you and Marjorie have going on. It was just me running my mouth in a private conversation, or what I thought was a private conversation. And again, I apologize. I feel terrible. I make no excuses. I said what I said, and there's no denying it. There's no taking it back. Back then, when the phone calls happened, I was trying to stand by my man, be supportive wife. I've been married to this man for 8 years. I had no idea that all this was going on with him. I had no idea. And the charges that he's facing are horrific. They are really bad. I for sure did not want your name mentioned in any kind of way associated with my mess. So I had to call you. I had to tell you it was a hard call for me to make. But I called you, And I want to clear something up, Steve. You did not introduce me to him. I met him through a friend. I should say an ex-friend now. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. I had to tell you, he was in jail. It was going to come out. I didn't want you to hear it from anyone else. I wanted you to hear it from me because I knew once the police and everyone, got involved, and they were already involved, and they found out who his wife was and who she worked with and all of that, and that's you, Steve Harvey, it would become, a real big story because it's you, your name. And like I told you, Steve, when I called you, I didn't want to call you. I mean, I was embarrassed. I was hurt. I felt so stupid, and, I felt betrayed, humiliated. It was just terrible. I mean, I kept saying to myself, how is this my life? Police and jail and all of this. It was just something that I didn't, I'd never experienced anything like this. The police came, they took my car. I was at the salon getting my hair done. They rolled up, took my car. I had to have my stylist take me home. I had to move in with friends. I lost my house. I lost everything. Oh, and I have to tell you this too. Like on the day, July 4th, we were having dinner with friends and we were going to watch the fireworks after that. And so the fireworks didn't happen that night because it was like a terrible, terrible storm. So the fireworks got canceled. And when I look back, I see now that that was kind of a metaphor for what was about to happen in my life. The thunderstorms were coming. They were coming. The next day was the last time I saw him. He was arrested the very, very next day. I didn't even know he was arrested. I couldn't get in touch with him. I got a call from the jail, and, I didn't answer it because I'm like, who would be calling me from jail? I looked at my phone like, jail? Where'd this call? It just didn't compute. So I just ignored it. But he got word to me through one of his friends. They texted me that he was at Fulton County Jail. So the next time he called, I picked up, and that was him that had called earlier from jail. And, he told me what happened. I thought he would be getting out in a couple of days because that's what he told me. But of course, here we are a year later. Those days turned into weeks, the weeks turned into months. And like I said, I don't, this is just on and on. Every day it's just something. And my life has just been a nightmare ever since. And it's still going on, Steve. I mean, I had no idea that those tapes would be released to the world. I knew that they were being recorded, but I didn't know that they were going to go out to the world. I mean, I was just trying to make conversation with him, trying to, just get him to think about something other than where he was. I was telling him about my day, this particular day, and that was the day we were talking about, on the phone when I said those things about you and the things that you heard and the world heard. And cut to today, I haven't spoken to him in quite some time. Divorce proceedings are underway. And Steve, at this point, all I could say is what I have is my faith. If it wasn't for God, I probably would have, lost my mind or something in this instance. People don't see what happens when these mics go off. Who wants their personal stuff, their private conversations to go out to public? No one wants that. I mean, what could I say to you after this, happened? I was devastated. I mean, absolutely devastated. I mean, I thought of everything, I could lose my job. How could I face you? Everything, what I'm going through is what I'm going through. And I've been going through it for over a year. I just haven't spoken about it. Then on top of all that, these tapes come out and, I'm talking about you and Marjorie, and you guys are going through your own private hell right now. You didn't need me to contribute to anything, you know. And I thought back, you know, because I knew I had to say something, speak on. You created this term years ago in Los Angeles called reality radio, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this is about as real as it gets, you know.
Sure.
And the reason I'm here before you now, I wanted to say it live on the radio, is because your name is in it. You know, we've been friends for a long time, Steve, and these jail calls were made public, and I wanted to give you and Marjorie a public apology and to ask for your forgiveness publicly. I just wanted to have a real moment with you. And, you know, I have to tell you, I've been coming to work every day because, you know, it's my only safe haven right now. It gave me a place where I could still be myself and forget my troubles for a little while. You know, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, of course, Steve, Tommy, Junior, and of course, my girl Carla, you know, for the space and the grace that you guys have shown me. You know, this is a very difficult time in my life, is if you can imagine. You know, I love you guys. We're family, and I thank you. And I just want to thank everyone. I'm just trying to live. I'm sorry for what you and your wife are going through right now in your life. And I hate your names were dragged into my drama because you certainly don't deserve it.